What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Now, I have no idea when I'm uploading this video, but I have to record the first half of it today on Sunday because, as you guys see, the Lava Hound is in my shop for 40,000 gold, and that is one of the only legendaries that I'm missing right now. We scroll all the way to the bottom of my card collection. As you can tell, I'm missing the Lava Hound and the Graveyard Spell. I opened 2 super magical chests in a video last week trying to get the Graveyard Spell, or even the Lava Hound for that matter, but I ended up getting the Princess and the Ice Wizard. So I didn't get a new legendary at all. However, the Lava Hound is finally in my shop, and I was going to wait for the Graveyard, but then this popped up, and I already have 40,000 gold because of doing some grand challenges, so I thought I might as well just go ahead and buy it. Because the Lava Hound is pretty good, especially up here in the high trophies where I'm at right now, and I've been waiting to get the Lava Hound for quite a while because it's definitely a fun card to play with. I just haven't had the chance to do so. But with that being said, let's go ahead and buy the Lava Hound for 40,000 gold. Our very first Lava Hound, which will be our 7th or 8th legendary, I'm not quite sure. But after I buy this, the only card that I'll be missing is the Graveyard Spell. Anyway, enough talking, let's go ahead and do this. Down goes 40,000 gold, and now we have our first Lava Hound. Now, I'll more than likely be buying the Graveyard Spell as well as soon as I see it in my shop. Unfortunately, I didn't get it by opening those super magical chests the other day, but if it does come to my shop, I'm probably going to end up buying it. But now we have our first Lava Hound, so let's go over here and scroll all the way to the bottom and see what it looks like. There it is with the rest of our legendaries. I do have the Ice Wizard and the Princess in my deck right now, so you guys don't see them down here, but here is our brand new Lava Hound. Let's scroll back to the top and put him in one of our decks. Let's go to the first tab right here and replace him with this Golem we have in this deck. So now we have replaced the Golem with the Lava Hound, and I'm pretty sure this was Chief Pat's deck, but I just went ahead and replaced it with a Golem instead because I didn't have the Lava Hound. But now I do, and now we can actually try out this deck and see if it works. However, today we are going to be battling in friendly battles, and I'm sorry, I know you guys don't really want to see that. It's just I've been lagging so hard lately, and I finally broke 4,000 trophies, as you guys can tell. And I don't really want to lose connection and lose even more trophies, especially with a deck that I've never used before. So I do apologize if you don't like watching friendly battles, but hopefully you can understand why I'm doing that in this video. So here's the deck right here. I'm pretty sure after we use this deck, I'm going to go ahead and switch it up with an all-air deck, or maybe I'll save that for a video another time. But we have the Lava Hound, the Minions, the Mega Minion, the Tombstone, Zap, Miner, Ice Wizard, and Lightning. The Lava Hound Lightning decks have really been screwing me over lately. I've definitely been seeing it a lot above 3,700 trophies, so it's a really popular deck right now. But I've been talking for way too long. Let's go ahead and jump into a friendly battle. So here we go. HJC has accepted our friendly battle request. He's at 3,300 trophies. I'm just going to go ahead and start off by dropping down my Tombstone back here, as well as a Miner and my Minions down his left lane to see what we can do over there. He does drop a Princess, however, it looks like my Minions are going to be able to take her out before she does too much damage. Let's go ahead and drop down an Ice Wizard over here, even though I probably didn't need to take out this Mega Minion. He's going to go ahead and drop down a Hog Rider down my right lane, which I will counter with my Mega Minion. The Hog only gets off 2 shots before going down. And now we have a tiny little push going down both lanes right now, but they probably won't do too much damage. The Ice Wizard is locking onto the left tower. Some of the skeletons made it all the way to the tower and are actually doing a little bit of damage over there. But now he drops down a Princess behind his Ice Wizard, so let's go ahead and throw down my Miner on that Princess to take her out. And then that Miner will go ahead and turn around and take out the Ice Wizard. So now I've placed down my very first Lava Hound in Clash Royale. However, he is pushing the right lane at the exact same time, so let's try to defend this as best as we can. I went ahead and dropped down my Minions on that Hog, and now I have my Ice Wizard in here as well. But he is doing a lot of damage, and he's probably about to take out our tower. So down goes my right tower, and he counters my Lava Hound with an Inferno Tower. Probably the last thing that I wanted to see while using this deck, and there goes my Lava Hound, shredded immediately by that Inferno Tower. Let's go ahead and drop down a Lightning on the Princess, the Ice Wizard, and the tower right there. Take all of them out. That only leaves his tower at 1,000 hit points, and he already has my right lane tower. But now we're in double elixir, so let's go ahead and see what we can do about this. He's going to go ahead and throw down another Hog Rider Mega Minion push, as well as a log, thinking I was going to drop some ground troops. Instead, I went ahead and dropped down my Minions, which did take out his Hog Rider and now takes out his Mega Minion. But we need to make sure we get this tower quick, so let's go ahead and drop down our Lava Hound and try to get off one last push before the battle ends. Let's go ahead and drop down a Lightning on the tower, the Ice Wizard, and the Princess right there. Let's also go ahead and zap the Inferno Tower before it takes out our Lava Hound, throw in our Miner at this tower back here, as well as our Minions. Basically spam down all of our troops right now. The Miner is locked onto the tower. The Minions are coming in there as well. The Ice Wizard is doing some damage, and down goes that left lane tower 10 seconds before the battle ends. Let's go ahead and start the exact same push down the right lane and see what we can do about that. He's going to go ahead and drop down another Hog Rider push down this left lane. Let's go ahead and drop down our Miner back here. A Lightning Spell on the tower, the Princess, and that Inferno Tower. Zap the tower before it takes out our Lava Hound, and now all of our troops are coming down the right lane. Mega Minion on the tower, drop down another Mega Minion there as well. Lava Hound made it to the tower, but it does blow up, and then pups get taken out immediately. So down goes yet again another Lava Hound. I'm basically just spamming Lava Hounds at this guy until I win the battle. I do need to defend his Princess though, because she is locked onto my tower, so let's go ahead and zap her before she does too much damage. But he did have a rocket, and he does win the battle by using it on my left tower. So good game to HJC. He did end up beating us, and we lost our very first battle using our Lava Hound deck. I'm still trying to get the hang of this Lava Hound, so I'm not too worried about that battle. But now we have somebody else in the clan requesting a friendly battle, so let's go ahead and battle him and see if we can beat this guy instead. I'm going to start things off by dropping down my tombstone back there. He's going to go ahead and drop down his princess behind his right tower, which I will counter with my miner. Takes out the princess and now gets taken out by his mini P.E.K.K.A. So to counter his mini P.E.K.K.A, I'm probably going to go ahead and drop down an ice wizard down my right lane. He has a miner in here as well, so let's go ahead and drop down my mega minion on the mini P.E.K.K.A, because my ice wizard is distracted on that miner and does get taken out. But now we have the mega minion, some skeletons, and even more minions coming down his right lane. He's going to counter with an ice spirit, which does freeze my mega minion, and he zaps my minions while the princess finishes them off. Let's drop down my ice wizard for this mini P.E.K.K.A, but we do have a tombstone behind my tower, so I doubt it would even get there anyway. We're not in double elixir just yet, but I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Lava Hound anyway. He sends his miner at my tombstone, which will just release a lot of more skeletons, taking out the miner. But he does have an inferno tower, so let's go ahead and zap that tower and throw my mega minion on the tower. However, my troops did split up and went opposite directions right here. I'm going to throw a miner down the right lane and my ice wizard in behind. Hopefully the tower locks onto my miner as soon as the hound blows up, so all the pups lock onto the tower, but it looks like that doesn't happen and he fireballed my pups anyway. But we still have this miner and the ice wizard on his tower over there. Let's go ahead and drop down another tombstone and another lava hound down the right lane and see if we can get that tower before the battle ends. Let's go ahead and drop down my ice wizard right here. Let's go ahead and lightning spell that inferno tower, the princess, and the tower back there, dropping it down to 307 hit points. The inferno tower does take out my lava hound, but the pups are headed towards the tower with the ice wizard slowing it down. Drop down another lava hound in the back as our troops take down that right lane tower. Although it doesn't really matter because there are only 5 seconds left and it does look like we won this battle. So good game to Plax Pro. He put up a fight, but I know it's really annoying to defend against the Lava Hound deck. Not much you can do when I do have a zap and a lightning spell to reset the Inferno Tower. So luckily that battle turned out better than the other one. We did get a loss and a win with this new Lava Hound deck. That was, however, my very first time using the Lava Hound, so maybe I can get more familiar with it and get some better battles for you guys. Hopefully next time you see me using the Lava Hound, I'll be more comfortable with it and be able to take it into a live matchmaking battle. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and chill up above 4,000 trophies, probably switch back to the deck that I got up here with. Maybe mess around with the Lava Hound in a few friendly battles until I find a good deck, but we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more Clash Royale content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.